Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome to All Things Delicious. Today on Brave Belly, I'm trying every single flavor of the vegan protein from Steel Supplements. The flavors I have are all of them, which is milk chocolate. Look at that, it looks like Milky Way. Look at the graphics. They have the metallic and the regular colors and the photos, or I guess the graphics. They look sharp and high quality, very appealing. Cookies and cream. We have peanut butter cookies and cream. We have peanut butter, a lot of peanut butter, which I love. We have hot cocoa. I'm gonna have it with cold water. It's summertime. And then last but not least, strawberry cheesecake, all decadent sounding flavors in vegan. So I'm super excited about giving these a try. So yeah, I already tried the whey proteins. I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description. So you guys can see the video about their whey proteins if you're interested. So a little bit about Steel Supplements. They're based out of Sarasota, Florida. They're owned by a former IFBB pro bodybuilder by the name of Jason Ho. And he basically, was a competitive bodybuilder sponsored by like Universal Nutrition or Animal. I've been following bodybuilding like years back, not so much anymore. Now I just like to lift and review proteins. But anyway, here we go. We're gonna try the first one going in is gonna be the chocolate. So just a little more facts about these. So one packet is one serving. It has 110 calories and 20 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of sugar. Formulated with ingredients backed by science to optimize energy, growth, recovery, performance. Sprouted and fermented plant-based superfood. Complete amino acid profile and dairy-free. SteelSupplements.com. So yeah, this company offers sample packets in all their flavors. I think that's amazing. They're already winning for that. Most companies don't do that. If they do offer sample packets, it's like half a serving, or they don't eat most of them. I would say 99.9% of them, the samples that they offer are not in every single flavor. I feel like they rather you spend $50 for a tub of protein and you might not like it. You know, they rather you lose that $50 or whatever it costs. Whereas this company, they're gonna, face the music. If you buy a sample and you don't like it, you're not gonna commit, and they're fine with that. So I respect them a lot for it. And so anyway, too much talking. All right, so here we go. The chocolate, the milk chocolate, which I already like the sound of that because I like milk chocolate. I hate like dark chocolate in any of its forms. New shaker cup from a local supplement shop called I'll Pump You Up. When I first heard of that, I was like, oh, that sounds super cool. I gotta check that place out. And it's like a GNC, but it's a mom and pop, but it's way bigger than a GNC. It's like 4 times the size. It's almost like a mini warehouse. It's like the Home Depot of protein or all supplements, because they have, fat burners and all that stuff. And it's a cool little bodybuilding or just gym and fitness kind of geared store with all the supplements out of Clearwater, Florida. And so yeah, new shaker cup. I don't know why I'm excited about it, but yeah. So here we go. Milk chocolate. Doesn't smell like much. We'll see if it smells like anything after I pour it out. Okay, color is very pretty. Like a light milky chocolate looking color. Smells just a little hint of chocolate. A lot of these brands, they stopped using like fragrance adding ingredients that add an intense fragrance. It's just to probably like avoid more additives. Anyway, here we go. Very light in flavor. It has a chocolatey flavor, but it's not like rich chocolate. It's just a light hint of chocolate. And I would say it's not very like intense on like that vegan weediness, which is pleasant. because I don't like that strong, intense kind of dough flavor. But I must say it's actually not chocolatey enough for me. So from a 1 to a 10, as far as the chocolate, I would say this is a 5 on its best day. Not a huge fan of the chocolate, just too light for me. Gonna just move right along. So we're gonna go complete opposite. I don't know why that's an opposite, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna go cookies and cream. This is my pre-workout meal. I'm not really hungry, and I'm training chest today, chesticles. And so, yeah, I definitely need something in my stomach, so this is perfect. I figure, why not? It's time to make this video. For those of you who have seen the WHEY review of Steel supplements, I apologize for the long wait for these vegan flavors. I do my reviews when I'm in the mood to like try these certain things, you know, whether it's protein or fast food or whatever it is. I have to be in the mood. I'm not doing this channel to like force it, you know what I mean? Everything is kind of like organic, as corny as that sounds, but I just want to be in the mood for it. All right, cookies and cream, guys, going in. Certainly looks very nice. I like how they used blue, like it's almost like you might think, oh, it's like Oreo. And so, wow, pleasant surprise, we have little bits in here. That's cool. See, you see that? The color is a little lighter. It's creamy, which is weird because cookies and cream, I feel like it should be white with like the chocolate speckles or like the black speckles, but this is like a butterscotch color. What's it smell like? Absolutely nothing. Like, it doesn't have a smell of food or cookies or cream at all. All right, going down. Okay. I don't know if it's that vegan thing, but definitely does not taste like cookies and cream. This one has somewhat of like that weedy, doughy flavor, I guess from the actual vegan protein that they're using. It does taste sweeter than the chocolate one, than the milk chocolate. And those little bits help out because they're actually probably like miniature cookie pieces. And so they give you that like little burst of richness, of sweetness. You know, you get it like stuck between your teeth and stuff, and you got a little baby miniature crunch. I would say this one's better than the Milky Way looking one, the milky milk chocolate, but it doesn't taste like cookies and cream. So I give this a 4. Even though it tastes slightly better, it's not, it tastes nothing like cookies and cream. It's that vegan, it's overwhelming. It's got that weediness to it, almost like I'm drinking a watery cookie dough. That's what this tastes like. It tastes like cookie dough because it's like, you see the little chocolate chips, right? So it's like chocolate chip cookie dough. It's a 4. I wouldn't recommend that one, just my personal opinion. Okay, moving on. So strawberry cheesecake, that really looks appealing for me. I grew up making cheesecake with my mom with using Philadelphia cream cheese with the blender and then pouring it. What am I doing? Whoa. Yeah, that happens on camera a lot to me, where like I have a brain fart and I usually run out of like the right things to say. I'm at a loss of words. It happens, you know. Okay. So strawberry cheesecake. Vegan. Has a light strawberry smell, but it's not like this rich bouquet of strawberry. No, not at all. Barely, hardly. All right. Okay, so when you do add water, you get more of a smell. It's slightly more intense. The color, I guess it looks a little, I guess it's just like a creamy white. Maybe there's like 1% of like some pink in there. I don't really see it much. It would have been cooler if it was more pink, I feel like, but I guess it fits the profile of cheesecake. Anyway, oh yeah, dip my nose in it. This one is not terrible, but it tastes like they sweetened it with like coconut. I get a coconut aftertaste. Other ingredients: brown rice protein, pea protein isolate, natural and artificial flavors, xanthan gum, sucralose. It doesn't say anything about coconut, but to me it has like a coconut aftertaste. If they told me this is a vegan coconut, I would be like, oh yeah, spot on. I don't. So far, I must mention, none of these proteins taste like chemicals at all. So it's got that going for it. And they're not like overwhelming with that strong, intense kind of like gritty, weedy flavor like a lot of proteins do. It's very toned down as far as that part is concerned, but the flavors aren't like up front. The flavors aren't like there. You have to like search for them. And so just like a light, maybe like a light hint of strawberry on top of that weediness from the vegan protein. And together, I could see where they're reaching for that cheesecake flavor because it's like the doughy part with some strawberry. But this one tastes more than the last two, like what you would expect it to. However, the flavor is just not intense enough. You know, it's not. Look how beautiful that looks. It looks like it's gonna be like decadent. I wouldn't call this decadent at all. Very light. So this is, so far I'm getting a vibe that this is more for like people that are serious about working out, and like the flavoring is not really that important. Which I respect too. I used to drink protein in that way, where I didn't really care about the flavor as long as it was like quality protein and for a decent price, for a respectable price. That's all that mattered. And a lot of people in the fitness industry are that way, and I respect that. I was that way, like I said, but not anymore. There's so many proteins. There's literally protein companies popping up every day. It's ridiculous. People are recommending all these proteins for me to try. Oh, you should try this brand. Like literally brands I never heard of or came out like last week. And I was totally into that at first, but now it's kind of like, dude, straight up, it's a waste of money for me because, you know, protein is still basically 50 bucks a tub. And if I'm gonna try a protein that nobody ever heard of just to be like, it's okay, like that's a waste of 50 bucks. So if any companies are watching out there, send me these proteins to try. Otherwise, it's not gonna make it on the channel unless it's like a big box brand. Unless enough people, you know, recommend me or, you know, just suggest I try like this one particular brand, even though, you know, it's not popular, but just a lot of people bring it up, then yeah, I'll try it. Otherwise, no chance. Okay, so we have the cookies and cream, the peanut butter cookies and cream. Smells like nothing. Like it doesn't even smell like peanut butter. Nothing. So that kind of sucks, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But they're trying to avoid probably using like aromatics or, you know, fragrances or whatever. So you got to find that balance when it comes to proteins. You know, you want to balance all the ingredients being super natural, very little additives, but then it's hard to get a delicious flavor. I would say it's probably impossible to go 100% like grass-fed, you know, whey and like no additives and still be delicious. I don't think that exists, to be quite honest. All right, cookies and cream peanut butter. So again, we have little bits floating around. Smells like nothing much. Maybe like a kind of like a mocha smell. You get that crunch. Almost no, like next to no peanut butter flavor. So much so that if I was blindfolded and asked to try this, in a million years, never would I consider there's any peanut butter in here. So this could be anything. What it tastes like, it just got that like whole grain wheatiness flavor from the vegan protein, whether that's the pea or the pea protein or the brown rice. Is probably the brown rice. It tastes like dusty ass brown rice, like before it's cooked. You know, like when you open just like a tub of brown rice, it's got like that wheatiness to it. That's what this tastes like. I stopped giving these a rating system because I can't really rate them. The flavors are not good at all. Overall, they're just like very basic and nothing to write home about. But, you know, a lot of these supplements, like I said, they're just trying to be healthy. And I respect that. But this, after all, this is a flavor review. So, okay, here we go with the peanut butter. Please let this taste like peanut butter. Jeez, that's all I'm asking for. I want my protein powder to taste like protein. Or, I'm sorry, like peanut butter. And so, I feel like I'm not asking for much. Here we go, peanut butter. Does not smell like peanut butter. Okay, this one has more of a fullness to it. It's not like as watery in flavor. It almost tastes like it has a pinch of salt in it to like break. Ooh, you hear that? That's from that pea protein or that brown rice protein. The vegan protein always does that to me. It creates like this dry effect. Like if I inhaled flour, that's the vibe I get, or the feeling, or whatever. Barely like a peanut butter. I would say if the previous one had a peanut butter of like 1%, you know, as far as the flavor, this one has like 2%. It's still weak as hell. Now, mind you, none of these are terrible. There's nothing wrong with them, but they're just not delicious whatsoever. They're just, if you really insist on drinking vegan protein, this is an option. But vegan protein overall, in my personal experience of trying a number of proteins from different brands, it'll never hit like WHEY. Never. I don't know why. I think when it's vegan, it's more geared to like cleaner, way cleaner ingredients for sensitive people. And so it's like the flavors are just whack, or the flavor is not strong enough to overtake that brown rice or the wheatiness of the whole experience. All right, guys, the last one. Thanks for hanging out this long and listening to me ramble on. You see how I'm losing words. All right, this is the hot cocoa. Like I said, I'm drinking it cold. The way I drank warm, and all the little marshmallows just melted away. It is summertime. This one might not even have oh yeah, it does. And there we go again, you know. No smell really. This is hot cocoa. It should smell like cacao a little bit. Final flavor going down, the hot cocoa. Imagine it's actually good, nice and cold. That would be a treat. So yeah, not a lot of people are fans of like little bits, or I guess it varies, you know, everybody has their likes and dislikes. I love a protein that has like little bits, little surprises, just adds more depth to it. Slight smell of cacao, very little. These marshmallows are super small, but what do you expect? They're still relatively substantial, even though they're small. Yeah, I mean, the best part is the marshmallows because they're actually real in flavor. You know, like cereal marshmallows, they have that crunch to them and they taste sweet. Unlike the actual protein, would just taste like flat. By flat, I just mean like it doesn't have a burst of any sweetness, no richness, just like this murky, weedy, doughy, vegan, a liquid that barely tastes like chocolate. Yeah, not my cup of tea as far as the vegan proteins are concerned. I wouldn't say one stands out from any of these. So I would say kind of, if you insist on trying or having any of these, well, first of all, I'd say just get the sample packet. Plain and simple. It's the cheapest route. That's how you'll try it. That's how you'll know. I must say I'm not like blown away by any means. It was very mid in my opinion. I still like the company for their whey proteins. So if you guys are interested, remember I'll leave a link in the description below. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out this long. Signing off.